Welcome back, America. Ned Ryun is a great American. You can follow him on Twitter at Ned Ryun. He's the CEO of American Majority and Voter Gravity, and he is making every effort to get you to the polls. Ned, how are you, my friend?
Hey, I'm doing well, Hugh. Thanks for having me on.
Since we sat together at the Tampa Bay Convention in 2012, and we worked with Carly Fiorina in 2013 in Iowa, what's been going on with American Majority and Voter Gravity, and do we have a chance to get these undecideds to the polls?
Well, we'll talk about that. No, we've just been clipping along with American Majority. Again, the whole idea when we founded January of 2008 was to go out and really focus on state and local, identify and train people to run for state and local office, build a farm team. Hugh, I'm a big believer that the real national generational change begins at the bottom and builds up. And so we've been identifying and training people to run for city council, for school board, for county commission. I'm a big believer that politics is policy. And if we can win politically, we can be in the right place to implement policy. We just haven't focused enough on winning. And so we've been training people to run for office. We've been training the activists how to be better at social media, how to build coalitions, how to get out the vote correctly. So these are some of the things we've been doing. We're going to celebrate our 1,000th training here in Milwaukee this Saturday. But
1,000 trainings is a big deal. What happens at a training? And I'm on in Milwaukee. How do people go to it?
So if you're in the Milwaukee area, go to AmericanMajority.org. You'll see all the details for the training. We're going to be in Waukesha, just outside of Milwaukee. It'll be from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And for those of your listeners that can't make it, we're going to be live tweeting. So I'm encouraging people to follow the hashtag #AM and then 1,000, all one, AM 1,000, and they can follow that as well. So go to AmericanMajority.org. You'll see more details. But in a training, the training on Saturday, we're going to focus on social media. We're going to focus on data and technology. Again, it's one of those things, Hugh, that I'm very passionate about, that I think, we've been behind on. We're catching up. We're still behind. We've still got to make up ground on how to use data correctly, how to use technology, how to be much better at doing and building these personal relationships so we can persuade the undecideds how to get to the polls and persuade them that the candidate or the issue is the one that they should be voting for. So, it's one of those things, again, when you think about 1,000 trainings over 8 years. I told somebody the other day, Hugh, we've basically averaged a training every 3 days for the last 8 years, and we've trained on average 12 people every day for the last 8 years. So it's something we just keep on, it's something we have to be very regular about. And this is one of my concerns with those of us on center-right, that the left's been doing this for decades. They've been out there, they've been developing leaders, they've been putting people into place where they can actually make policy. And so, what we're doing, I think we're doing the Lord's work, but we're doing a fraction of what the left's doing. So it's one of those things I just keep encouraging people of saying, we got to go develop the farm team of future political leaders. We've got to train the activists on how to be more effective so that they can actually bring real change in their communities. And if we see enough of that happening, it rises from the ground up and we can start to see real.
And it's fun. I can't tell you, over the course of, I've been on the air since 1989, people say, what can I do? And I always say, join your party. But then, sometimes parties don't exist. Sometimes they're run by cliques and clubs. You can become a political activist and be very effective if you know what you're doing. And American Majority will teach you how to do that. You don't have to be powerless. And it's actually kind of fun, Ned.
Exactly. No, and that's one of the things where I tell people with American Majority, we're really lowering the barrier to entry, especially for those thinking about running for office. Because some people go, I thought about it, I just don't know what to do. And so we kind of pull back the veil and say, okay, this is what it really looks like. This is how you put together a campaign plan. This is how you raise money. This is how you do messaging. This is how you do social media. This is how you put together a get out the vote plan. And then, right, with activists, we empower them. And I love that you said that. This is where people will come to us and say, I want to do something, I just don't know what to do. And so we tell them, hey, if you think you're good with social media, here are the tactics and strategies that work. If you think you're good with building coalitions, here's some other ideas that you should be doing. If you think that you can do a good get out the vote but want to get better, here's something you should be doing. And this is how you start to really affect change. If you want to take over a school board or a city council, here are the tactics and strategies. So we're really trying to empower people where they're at to make change happen.
Politics is like sports. It's like having a coach. And if you want to get better, go to a coaching clinic. Go to the American Majority training. Ned Ryun. Follow Ned on Twitter. That's the easiest thing to do. At Ned Ryun. I don't know how he got RYUN, but at Ned Ryun, RYUN. It's his Twitter handle, AmericanMajority.org. Thank you, Ned.